Hey Libra, welcome back to As Above, So Below Healing Tarot. This is going to be a reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus Virgos. And we're going to be doing a 2026 year ahead spread. So we're going to be doing cards for each month. This is going to be a bit of a longer one, so just bear with me. But we're going to kind of see what's going on for you guys. As I was meditating on your energies, I was hearing like Harmony House. And to me, it felt like, just really making sure that your house could be your actual house, but your inner landscape is in harmony. That is going to be the theme and the focus for you in this year, and you're not giving your energies to anything that disrupt that. And Libra, if you are looking for a personal reading, the link for it is in the description box below. And I would love to read for you guys. Spirit, what else is going on here? Okay. Alrighty. So we have Healer at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, so this is healing yourself. This is also using your healing gifts to help heal others. And it's really allowing you to connect with people on a much deeper level. And I'm also feeling a lot of compassion coming into play here. And I also see that it is softening your outlook on life. Like you have more, not just cognitive understanding, but you have a lot more emotional depth for people and for their circumstances. And if you are a healer, it is using your gifts to help people navigate through that space. And you have the High Priestess. Say it, Libra, I am the High Priestess. I love this. So yeah, this is you sitting back, smoking a J, really being in your peace, being in your own immaculate vibrancy. And this is also listening to the intuitive nudges of what it is that you are needing to do. And I also feel like you are not rushing this year. Like you are getting out of survival mode and you're staying there. And you also have the Mother at the bottom of the deck. So some of you may be trying to get pregnant, will become mothers, or really nurturing that softer side. So, and Libra, I also have a new moon in Capricorn ritual on January 18th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are going to be really doing a lot of abundance magic, money magic, and we're going to look at our kind of our dialogue surrounding worth, self-worth, and putting action steps towards the things that we want to manifest more in. So realistic action goals to be able to bring more abundance to our life. So if that's something that you are interested in, the link for it is also in the description box below. So let's get back to it. Libra, you have the throat chakra. So this is using your voice to heal. So some of you may be also tarot readers, or you are therapists, or you are using your voice to make some sort of change in people's life. And you have accelerated motion at the bottom of the deck here too. And this is also really about like being in touch with your guides, being in touch with your spirituality, and looking up towards the sky and saying, yeah, there is something bigger than me and I'm all here for it. Like you are just embracing the expansiveness of being a human. Love it. Beautiful. All right, Spirit. Can we get some themes for this year? So I'm going to pull a card for each month, and we're going to go from there. Spirit, what else is here? Cool. In April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, Beautiful. Cool. Bottom of the deck, you have Two of Wands. So this is you looking out at your landscape, looking at your horizons and saying, what else is out there for me? I feel like you have conquered a certain level in your career, in your life. You know, you've reached this level of success and you're like, okay, what is the next thing that's going to help bring me more expansion, more growth, and that's going to help heal me? Where am I going to lean into that a little bit more? Because I think that when you start to come out of survival mode, start to come out of that hypervigilance, there's a lot of healing that takes place there. And the things that you used to do, like used to run around all the time and, you know, be constantly going and going and going, it feels like it's not sustainable and it feels upsetting to your nervous system. And in January, this month, you are resting, you are healing your heart, and you are doing a lot of expansive work, and you are putting yourself in this nest. It's that house harmony, or harmony house, whatever I said. And allowing this nest to hold you and to restore you, and know that you are productive even when you aren't running around like a chicken with your head cut off. You know, this is just allowing the cocoon to hold you. February, you have the Five of Wands in reversed. So this is releasing any sort of conflict, anything in the mind space, anywhere. Like, I think that you are releasing past resentments or past energies that are keeping you in an emotional stagnancy. And oftentimes, if we've had any sort of like dissolving of friendships or a, connection that just doesn't move forward, we can often wonder like, well, what happened? Is it me? Like, what? I think you're releasing a lot of the mental questioning, and you're like, yeah, it happened. It happened, but I'm moving on from that, and it was a blessing. Like, it's seeing the good in even the bad and hard situations. And that's the mindset that you are adopting this year, Libra. March, you have the 10 of Wands. So this is completing a hard, burdensome cycle. And this is also knowing like you have everything. You've made it over this hill. And the really hard, specifically like relational lessons, are going to be softening. Like, you're moving into a much more nurturing era of your life, and you are not going to be going down the hard roads anymore. Like, you are choosing the things that help nourish you back instead of pouring so much of yourself into everybody and anything. Like, you don't have to prove yourself anymore, Libra. Like, you are whole and you are worthy in everything that you are. In April, you have the Empress. So if those of you are trying to conceive, then this is definitely can be a month for that. And this is also about like, treat yourself. This is being in your feminine divinity and receiving all of the abundance and stepping back and nurturing and gestating and growing something for the long term. And this is really softening your heart, softening your shoulders, anything that causes like excess tension. And this is, in April, this is Taurus season, and this is the Taurus card. So it is really about just being in your femininity, being in your sovereignty, in your softness, and really allowing this gestation to occur. In May, you have death and rebirth in reversed. So there may be something here that you are refusing to let go of, some sort of could be like refusal of a way of like an identity or the way that you have been operating. I think that there's a little bit of resistance surrounding the release of this, but we'll go a bit deeper as I do some clarifying. And in June, you have judgment. So this is making a judgment call towards something that is more expansive, towards something that will redirect your life. And it's about also like surrendering. And I love in this, the Light Seers deck, that it's really about like her opening up her chest, opening up her field. And this can be also saying yes to something where you would have said no to before. So July, you have the Wheel of Fortune. So you may be getting a good chunk of money, a good, you're seeing like the tides turn and you get a big, collaboration or a big offer or something where the wheels are like starting to spin in your favor. And it's through you making some sort of big decision. That judgment call is going to help propel you to this next cycle. So in August, you have the Page of Wands in reversed. And this is about allowing yourself to be a student again. This is also taming an inner fire. But I feel like you are kind of keeping it on the down low. You're keeping it under wraps for a little bit, and you're allowing that inner spark to be ignited for, a preparation of some sort of exposure. So in, let's see, September, you have the Hangman. So this is pausing, this is introspection, and this is also about enlightenment. You can see that they're suspended here. And it's also about gaining knowledge, gaining wisdom from this stillness, and allowing all of the information to come to you without rushing. And in October, around your birthday, you have the Six of Wands. This is like success. This is, really, it can be you announcing something, or just going out and celebrating with friends for your special day. But this is you in the limelight, in the show. And I love that this circle here it can also indicate a completion. And with this ace here, or this single torch, I feel like this is like celebrating a completion of the initiatory energy, of the initiation and the spark. And it's interesting because when I started your reading, I was also hearing like a car revving up. So there's some sort of like forward momentum that is taking place here for you, Libra. In November, you have the Magician, and we are in the year of the Magician. So this is really aligning your soul power and your soul knowledge with the things that you are wanting to manifest here in the 3D. This is as above, so below. And it's also about doing the inner alignment to manifest what it is that you want out in the 3D. This is also about doing the hard work, but this is believing in magic. And in December, you have the Queen of Wands. Yes, Shadow Work Queen. And this is about passion, spark, ignition, getting your mojo. And this is also about entrepreneurism. So your business may be taking off. You really are starting to feel that spark and that creative fire again. And I love here that she has her cat just chilling with her. And this cats are also protectors. So this is really about like finding the joy in what it is that you're birthing, what it is that you are creating. Love it. All right, Libra, we're going to get some clarity on the Four of Swords. Spirit, why is the Four of Swords here for Libra? You have Three of Pentacles. And you have the Three of Wands, so you have a theme. You have two threes. You have two threes and a four. So I think that you may be like collaborating behind the scenes with, could be other people, other like-minded people, but I also see you doing like logistic work. You know, if you do a lot of computer work, you are collaborating, you are, you know, doing your marketing, you are planning your events for this upcoming year. And this is like moving forward with that. I see somebody like opening up their calendar and writing down on their journal, like this month is going to be this, you know, like really doing a lot of planning and delegating. And I also think that this is like you finding other people who complement what it is that you offer, and recognizing that, you know, you're not in competition. This is you having more of a, oh, you have this thing, you are good at this thing, let's combine forces and let us, you know, plan to collab in some sort of way. But the focus really here is mending your heart and of resting and getting your body back into restoration mode. Love it. February, why is this 5 of Wands here? 2 of Pentacles. 8 of Wands, okay. Yeah, you're really releasing any sort of like wishy-washy energy. You're releasing anything that's just like, you know, anything that you feel unsure about, you're just like, you're releasing it. You're not allowing it to like plague your mind anymore, you know, and you are moving towards more action instead of just having a lull period. And oftentimes when you release the chaos, more clarity comes in. And this in between kind of like juggling phase really is, it feels like it's ending for you. Spirit, why is the 10 of Wands here in March for Libra? You have the King of Swords and the 2 of Wands. Ooh, the 9 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so in March, 10 of Wands, King of Swords, and the 2 of Wands. So this is you. This is your energy. King of Swords is your energy. It's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So you are really putting an end to any heavy burdens, anything that feels draining, and you are looking towards the future. You really are sinking into your peace. You are, I just saw a vision of Yoda. Like you are starting to really, you know, hold your inner Yoda. You know, you are going to be the master of peace, and anything that disturbs that is not going to be coming with you in this new cycle. And Spirit, why is the Empress here? Ooh, you have the Sun. The Empress and the Sun. So April, definitely maybe good news, getting pregnant. All right, so you have the Empress, you have the Sun, and you have Temperance. So this is really focusing on the growth and watering and giving the growth light and nourishment. The Sun also has this like happy child baby on the front of it. So again, you may be getting pregnant in April. And this is Archangel Michael. So knowing that your creations are protected and knowing that you are divine in what it is that you are carrying. And this can also be big, like if you're not having a child, it is also like creator energy. So you may be getting a big like bout of inspiration come April, and that is Taurus season. So yeah, grounded creations, I love it. And spirit-wise, death and rebirth in reversed here. The Fool, yeah. You're feeling a little resistant towards a identity shift, which that's totally normal because this shift is going to be like a long-term shift. This is going to be like, I have to tend to this for a long time. No longer can I just, you know, put my energy into one thing for a little while. Like it's, oh, well, this is like long term, you know, I have to really see this out. I have to compound growth this thing. I have to, you know, feed and nourish this child for 18 plus years, you know, like, and that's scary, you know, really knowing that a period of life is over it comes with grief, you know, it comes with like, I don't want to give up my maidenhood, or I don't want to give up the happy times and the happy memories, but don't look at it as like a trade-off. Look at it as, okay, I lived that part of my life fully. Now it's time for a new expanded chapter that is going to give me even more fulfillment and happiness to, you know, have this new personality. And I feel like you're going to be able to connect with people in a deeper way because of something that you are birthing. You're going to really start to gain new perspectives on life. Alrighty. June. Spirit, why is Judgment here in June? Why is Judgment here in June? Ace of Cups. Yeah. Yep. You're making a judgment call towards something that is, I'm hearing, holier than thou. Knight of Swords. Okay. So, yeah, this is something that's pertaining to the Knight of Swords is the fastest moving knight in the deck. So again, I feel like something is going to be offered to you that you are going to be receiving. It's going to be a cup of love. Like it's something like you have prayed for, something that you have manifested. And now it's like, holy shit, it's actually here. Like, let me, you know, this big thing will turn the tides for me. This will be a big shift in the way that I operate because I am now obtaining this thing. Like you're making a judgment call to better your emotional landscape, whatever that is for you, Libra. Spirit, what else is here? Why is the wheel here? King of Cups. King of Cups. Ooh, and the High Priestess. That's powerful. Yeah, this is like Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. So if you are with a Pisces, this is about making like spiritual aligned decisions with allowing the both of you to have a more elevated life. And this is also about making like money decisions that will be better for the both of you. I think that you're going to be in a more sustained place. And I think that I'm also getting like big preparation energy. It's prepping for this new life, this new baby, this new creation, whatever it is. Like you are having to make room for it. And that's a big shift. Like that really is like changing your whole world around, you know, because your priorities are going to shift too. No longer are they going to be just on like you and your partner. It's also going to be on a family unit. So that's in July. August, you have Page of Wands in reverse. You have the Moon. Then you have Page of Swords. Yeah, so there may be some fear cropping up around this. Around like a new... Oh, there's something stuck to that one. Maybe having some fear surrounding being a new parent, being a new version of you, having to be more of an emperor type energy, like having to discipline, having to be more disciplined. This is like, ooh, I don't know if I like that. I like being more free and being more equilibrium, but if you're gonna have kids, you're gonna have to know when to discipline and to, have a more sustainable like relationship and sense of self. And this is also big like student energy. This can also be you taking a course or something new to up level your services, up level what it is that you're offering, whatever that is for you. And Spirit, what is going on here in September? Two of Swords. So September is like a big pause. It's really pausing. You have the Two of Swords and you have the Lovers. Yeah. So this feels like you like kind of convening with your partner on and strategizing on like, okay, it's planning. How are we going to make this new up level work for us? How are we going to, delegate with one another? Because you're going to have to also shift your dynamics with each other, not just within you. And this is also like enlightenment energy. It's about feeling more like close and connected with your partner and knowing that you can call the shots. You are in union and tandem together, and it's an ebb and flow. So really talking about the, kind of expectations on this new life and what it's going to demand from both of you. Spirit, why is the Six of Wands here in October for Libra? Three of Cups. Nine of Swords. Okay. Six of Wands. You have Three of Cups and you have the Nine of Swords. So maybe you're feeling a little resistant to like going out and drinking, going out and, partying. Like there feels like some sort of like disconnect with that sort of lifestyle and the lifestyle that you are looking to lead in 2026. And it's not to say that you don't want to have fun, but it feels like you want to have fun in different ways. And this is like really kind of like anxiety over, it could be anxiety about getting older. It's also something that I may be picking up. But it can also be anxiety around the people who are close to you. You may be feeling a shift in your friendship circle and you're wanting more people who either like maybe have kids or, have dogs or whatever it is for you. You just want more of that heart alignment. It's not so much about like the partying and the external factors anymore, Spirit, what's going on in November with this Magician? You've got the Three of Swords, the Eight of Swords. Yeah, this just feels like you are repairing a lot of past hurts, past pains that just kind of left you feeling unchosen or unworthy or rejected. Yeah, you're leaving that in the past. And you are walking away from really feeling like halted, feeling stalled, feeling analysis paralysis, like this is pulling those swords out and moving away from that. Like Eight of Swords is also, this is the only card with an eclipse on it. So you are moving and eclipsing out a part of your world, a part of, possibly your personality, an identity that has not helped, that has helped you, but is now asking to be shed. It's like you are part of you used to resonate with, you know, being in 10th grade, you know, and you don't necessarily feel like you resonate with that 10th grader anymore, but there's still parts of you that you connect with. You know, it's like that. It's like an evolution of who you are becoming. And a lot of it has to do with like surrounding the heart space and connecting the head and the heart together. Spirit, why is the Queen of Wands here? You have the Chariot and the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, so this is like saving money. I feel this is you really beginning to notice the value of what it is that you're growing, and you're being more selective on your purchases, on what you're buying, and because you want to see this through. You want to make sure that your, you know, future is sustainable. And this is also about like just reserving. It could be reserving finances, could be reserving energy, and just making sure that you are putting your energy in the right place. Beautiful. Okay, Spirit, what else is going on for Libra? What else is happening? Bell, announcement. Fire, strong emotion, passionate love, and flowers, happiness. Yes. And then you have eagle, triumph over obstacles. Beautiful. Yeah. So if you guys are getting pregnant, you will be announcing it. And there's a lot of really good things here, Libra. Like, you are focused on your happiness. You're focused on your emotion, like, and you're the part of where you are at in your life. It is requiring emotional maturity, and it does require you to shed an old version of who you used to be to allow this new version to unfold. And I think that you're going to be pleasantly surprised with who that person grows to be. And you're going to have more stable roots. You're going to be more compassionate and loving towards yourself and towards others. And yeah, I really love this for you guys. So if this resonated, please drop a comment down below and saying I am attracting my magnificence and activating my throat chakra. So I love to see where 2026 takes you. And again, if you would like a personal reading, the link for it's in the description box below. And if you want to join me for the Capricorn new moon ritual on January 18th, the link for it is in the description box below too. But thank you for being with me, Libra. I hope this helped, gave you some clarity, and I will see you on the other side. Remember, you are magic. Blessed be.